I started playing disc golf around November, so it's been less than a year. It was when I came in for winter break from college, and my buddy invited me out. There's a park that's one of the better parks in West Virginia that's literally like 100 yards away from my house, so I don't have to get in a car and drive. So it's easy to practice, and I kind of just got into it during winter break. My buddy Alex taught me to play. I've known him since middle school, and we play pickup basketball a lot. He used to play football. We talk a lot about sports, but he got into disc golf around this time last year, and he basically played every day in summer, which is the ideal weather for disc golf. And when I came in for break, I would just go with him and his family, and I play with my buddy Alex, but he's also got a couple other people that we play with. He's got a cousin that's in high school that we play with, and he throws the disc super far without even trying. We play with his dad, and he's a little bit older, and then we play with his great uncle who's been playing for like 2 decades, and he's in his 70s probably, and he's still better than me. You got to use the proper disc. I mean, you don't just use one disc. You have drivers, you have mid-range, you have putters. It's kind of like real golf. You don't have all the irons and all that, but it's more than one disc. You also kind of need a bag. There's a ton of different techniques for disc golf, and the thing is I haven't even got half of them down because I haven't been playing that long, but when I first started playing, the only way I ever threw a disc was backhand. You have to have a different grip of backhand than you do for forehand. And forehand is when you're trying to throw it like longer, usually, with drivers and stuff like that. But backhand you can do that too. And then putting, you have to have different techniques. I don't have a ton of strengths right now, but my forehand shot is decent. It's not great. I'm not claiming it to be great, but it is better than my backhand. I can get more force on it, more power. If there's a weakness in disc golf, it probably applies to me. I have a ton of weaknesses. Consistency is number one. Sometimes I'll throw a forehand and it feels perfect. It's got a lot of power on it. It's near the basket. And another time I'll like grip lock it and it'll go, I mean, half a football field the other way where I don't want it to go. So the place I play the most is Valley Park, and like I said, it's about 100 yards away from my house. It's not my favorite place to play though. My buddy Alex has taken me to Barboursville Park, which is about 15 minutes away from my house. They've developed a good bit. When I first started playing in October or November, I didn't even know how to throw a disc forehand. Like, I had never done it in my whole entire life. So now I can throw a disc pretty far forehand, even further than how I originally shot it backhand. I've learned how to putt to a degree. I've learned some of the techniques. Like I said, there's still a lot I need to learn, but it's not just getting out there and throwing a disc. So I have learned some of the techniques.